My name is Amanda Weil. I've been an artist for many years in many different ways. So my trajectory, so to speak, as an artist really stems directly from my thesis in college. I was very interested in transparency with all the sort of conceptual work around photography and thinking about how, photography means writing with light, and how when you look at images on paper, the light's reflected and you're not having a very conscious experience of light. And today, I'm still working with very large-scale transparencies. The idea that you might be able to glimpse what's going on the other side, I think that's sort of conceptually very interesting. I mean, I guess if people want to be changing behind it, but I don't think that's how screens are used today. And another aspect of the screen that I like is that is the scale. I'm very interested in scale because I think that it's very difficult to get people to pay attention. And I think that when things are scaled relative to your body, you tend to sort of pay a different kind of attention. And screens are a very sort of efficient way of doing that.
Most of the imagery in your work that I've seen has tended to be derived pretty directly from nature. How important is that to you?
It's very important in the sense that I think it's the aspect that's the least conceptual and the most sort of, dare I say, kind of spiritual. Like those are the images that I'm most compelled towards in my life. And also, I also think that glass and sort of modern objects in general often can be very cold and austere. And I think that sort of bringing nature into glass gives it a sort of sense of humanity that otherwise doesn't really exist.
How do you see your work as being part of the rare culture ethos?
Well, I mean, it's very rarefied, if I may say so. In that sense, I really am an artist in the sense that I'm not doing anything mass. It's definitely think of each piece very individually. It used to be until very recently, I literally made every piece in my darkroom. And I just sort of happy about the rare culture phenomenon because basically it expands the audience. I mean, the thing about being rarefied is that your audience tends to be about this big.
Right.
And you kind of have to live with that. But so the opportunity to be in a community of rarefied artists will obviously expand my scope or whatever. Basically I feel very fortunate to do what I do because it's constantly evolving. It keeps me young, right? And rare culture sort of gives me an opportunity to really think more deeply about the screens in a way I wouldn't be able to otherwise. Because in this day and age, how do you market if you're not interested in the gallery system? Which I'm not particularly, but that's another subject altogether.